Hi there. I just acquired a few more driver's ed films, and these are really, really interesting. This one, called the IPDE strategy. Identify, I forget what it means, but anyway. Okay, so that's the IPDE strategy, and the other one is called scanning for safety. Okay. Okay. Now, these are the films, and for the instructor comes the classroom booklets that he works from. So, as I said, this one's called Scanning for Safety. Okay. Scanning for Safety is designed to be the basic in concept, but challenging in practice. The students are presented with more hazards than they will find in most drives, but the number and variety of hazards should provide the practice needed to encourage sound decisions on the road. This film would be best utilized near the beginning of the ETNA program, following the IPDE strategy. Oh, okay, well then, I guess I'm doing this out of order. But would be worthwhile at any stage in the simulation course. Introductory activities. Sorry about that. To approximate how the eyes must move in order to scan properly, have members of the class walk quickly down the aisle and pick out objects of a particular color in and around their path. The relationship between scanning and vehicle speed can be demonstrated by having a student follow a brisk walk with a slower one. Scanning should be much easier and more thorough at a slow pace. Number 2, list the 3 categories of critical objects on the blackboard: control devices, roadway conditions, and other traffic. Have the class list specific examples for each category under the 3 headings. Discuss the ways in which specific critical objects from each category can affect your driving. For example, what would driving be like without control devices? Or how does driving on an icy road compare with driving on a dry road? Number 3, attitude or state of mind can play a significant role in a driver's ability to scan effectively. Discuss the problems associated with daydreaming or general lack of concentration. Now, that is pretty relevant these days with texting and cell phones. Okay, scanning requires, get this, the full attention of the driver. I'll repeat that. Scanning requires the full attention of the driver. So, back then, long before texting and talking on the cell phone, full attention of the driver is required by the scanning of the road. Point out that as driver becomes distracted by other thoughts or emotions, potential hazards are overlooked. See that? Distractions. When the driver becomes distracted, potential hazards are overlooked. So there you go. Most will pose no danger, but the problem is that the driver may not be alert to the hazard that will develop into, guess what? An accident. So there you go. All right? By not paying attention to the road. Okay, and you must have full attention on the road. Okay, so here we have a road situation. Okay, we're controlled with multiple critical objects. And a steep, narrow road with many potential hazards. Okay. Now this was what, back in 1981 or so? Okay, here we go with another one. Another scene. And this is on a crowded street. Which is where a lot of us are, on a crowded street. And here's another one. And this is in a parking garage. Now, parking garage, you really have to be careful. Oh, you really have to be careful in a parking garage, because there's so many people walking, so many cars pulling out. So, I mean, you have to. I mean, are you scanning for critical objects? What can you identify? Two pedestrians, some kind of stop sign is painted on the pavement. See that right there? Okay. Space is more confined, so lighting is another problem. I don't even think it says it here. Nope. It doesn't even mention limited lighting. Because when you're in a parking garage, here it goes, I'm sorry. The darkness also tends to make identification of problems difficult. So I apologize, I was wrong. It does mention lighting. The darkness also tends to make identification of problems difficult. So, that's important there. And that's a minute. Okay, here we go. Here's another such scene. We leave the parking garage in a congested area. Okay. And a wide intersection where anything can happen. Okay. 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 Then we have a crowded street with more potential hazards. And here's what most drivers don't do. Predict the worst. most drivers assume that everybody is going to drive the way they do, that everybody's going to drive like a regular driver. I don't mean regular driver, but one that drives responsibly. That's what I meant. Sorry. But the one thing, when I learned how to drive, I don't know if it was a driver's ed film or something, I was taught, always assume that anybody can make the wrong decision at any time. So, but there are some people who feel that it's their right to be on the road and the hell with everybody else. No, it's a privilege. It's a privilege. The state gave you a license to drive. It's a license to drive. It's not a right. It's a privilege. You know, so, but some people think that they have a right to be on the road, but it's really a privilege.
Hello?
Hold on.